Hello ladies and gents, welcome to a new night point of view driving review. In front of us is the new Tesla Model Y Juniper. This is the 2026 long-range rear-wheel drive. This is the premium trim, and the rear electric motor produces 220 kilowatts of power, which is equal to 299 horsepower, so almost 300 horsepower, launching this SUV 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 5.6 seconds. Now the top speed is 201 kilometers per hour. We're not going to test that because it's only legal in Germany, but we're having a really nice ride, sitting on 19-inch alloys. These are the standard. We also have the FSD, or the frequency selective dampening technology, so great shocks, really comfortable ride, nice and quiet thanks to the improved NVH, noise, vibration and harshness. This car is super quiet. The cabin is so well soundproofed. It is amazing ride. So the lights go off, but gonna unlock it so you can see the back end. Look at this beautiful new LED bar. Now, if I go here, I can also open the tailgate. You can see nice and spacious and perfect family car. Great looking. Now, let me jump inside so I don't need to use the app no more. I can just put the phone in my pocket, which is my key. Now, let me jump in. Okay. So, buckle up, and I already had this car on test, same configuration. If you're regular to the channel, you might have remembered it was the, if I'm not mistaken, a white interior. I don't remember the exterior color, I forgot. Maybe it was, no, the performance was blue. I forgot the color. But anyways, it doesn't matter. Now, my consumption has reset. I wanted to show you, but I did show that in the night review. Very efficient car. In my consumption test, driving between 60 kilometers per hour and 80, so average 70 kilometers per hour. There's a little bit more traffic tonight, but the traffic was flowing. I would recuperate for traffic lights. I was driving, and if you can see here, dynamics in standard, and the acceleration also standard, not reduced. I got lowest a 9.6. So it is crazy that this big SUV is so efficient if you're driving casually, because it's the same figures for the Model 3. So the Model 3 was 9.5 lowest, and yeah, I've talked about this more in the night review. So if you haven't check that on the channel, there's going to be separated night review of this car, and also very detailed day review, including the no talking day point of view. Now, let me play some music and we're gonna head out. So let me just see here. What do we have here? Prodigy mix. Okay, let's just one. Insomnia. Okay, I think that's appropriate. So we're just gonna play a little bit. And now, you know the deal, copyrights. I can't play for too long, just a little bit. I'm gonna skip forward.
I used to worry, thought I was going mad in a hurry, getting stressed.
Okay, so this is the non-premium sound, and in Europe, the long-range rear-wheel drive doesn't get the premium speakers for some reason, so you don't get the bass speaker in the back, which is a shame. But the sound is good, but it's just missing a little bit of depth that you get on the all-wheel drive. Now, okay, my lights are auto. I'm gonna press the brake. The lights come on. We have the Matrix LED headlights, and that's it. We're gonna start driving. Just before we do that, I forgot to show you in the night review. So close up here, you can see this is my range test in the last 15 kilometers. Really efficient, and you can see here, this is a day on the highway, and this is like, I don't know. I don't remember flooring it again. Maybe I did. But here, the green part is just very efficient driving and the consumption test. Okay, now we are heading out. One thing I really don't like, and I've emphasized that, is this screen gear selector. It's really impractical. I just wish they would return the stock as they return the turn signal stock. Now, where to start? There's so much good things, but one of them that is not good is the A-pillars. I forgot to mention that in the Model 3. Same with the Juniper. Could be a little bit obstructive. Pay attention to roundabouts, not to get surprised by a car in the roundabout when you're entering. But otherwise, it's a pretty much almost a perfect car. And the key question some of you might have is, since there's no more rear-wheel drive with the LFP battery, you get only this one. This one has the biggest battery and the biggest WLTP range of 661 kilometers. This is also a LG M5 battery, but it's no longer in production. Now, if you order this long-range rear-wheel drive, you get the Tesla 4680 batteries in Europe. So that's new. We're gonna see this is the third generation. The first one was in the Legacy Y, and then in the Cybertruck second generation, and the third generation is now in the Juniper. So there's not too much data about those batteries and about their performance, but I think this should be good. Now, some of you might be thinking, if you want the premium trim, should I go for the long-range all-wheel drive? I mean, you get the sound, the premium sound, which is amazing. I personally prefer the all-wheel drive. The rear-wheel drive is not that bad. It's very stable. The car is heavy, so low center of gravity, all the good stuff you get in the EV. This one's more efficient, especially at low speeds. At higher speeds, it might have similar consumption to the all-wheel drive, but at low speeds, less weight without the front electric motor helps. But if you want the performance, this one is pretty good in the standard driving mode. 300 horsepower, just it flies. It's a really nice drive. I would say you don't need that extra power, but if you prefer driving more sportier, you prefer that 0 to 100 to be faster, or just acceleration in general, I would go for the all-wheel drive. Especially if you live on a uphill, I would get that. Now, this is the new ADAS feature. It kind of plays this chim sound. You just tap on it and it's disabled for the rest of the drive. I'm pretty sure Tesla could disable that permanently in the service, but it's required by law, so I doubt they will do it for you. But maybe a third party service that has the diagnostic tools for Tesla that can program stuff, maybe they can do it. Now, I usually start driving later, but it's just past midnight and there's so much traffic because it's a really, long day. It was a hot day. It was a summer. Now it's 24 Celsius degrees. It's nice and chilled, so people like to get out. Okay, speeding up to the speed limit. Super smooth ride. Acceleration is smooth. It's like a warm or hot knife through butter. It's just so smooth. Look at these manholes. All these imperfections. They're so comfortable on 19-inch. I think you could also get the 20 because this suspension is so comfy. And it just speeds up so fast. It's just, this is such an amazing ride. I think they really nailed it with the Juniper. It's such an improvement compared to the Legacy Model Y. I'm honestly in love. And there's always room for improvements. Now, in this one, you have the, steering wheel settings. The base new rear-wheel drive doesn't have that, so it is a one setting. But in this one, you can adapt it. You can have the steering wheel lighter, super heavy, sporty. So pick your setting that you like. Now you have also here a blind spot light. You can see that as well. And I wanted to show you something else, but this car just passed me. So there's a new feature. If you engage the turn signal and there's someone in your blind spot, the whole ambient light goes red. So that's pretty cool. Would be also cool if Tesla would add maybe to turn these ambient lights when you are stationary, when the door is open, so it switches to red like in the Volkswagen group. That's a pretty neat safety feature. Now, there's some things I don't like about the Juniper. The turn signal is not 3 blinks like in the Legacy, so it keeps going until the steering wheel is straightened out and it cancels itself. But sometimes it doesn't cancel, it just stays on, so you're like one of those people who are driving with their turn signal on and you forgot it, so it's a little bit annoying. I would just love if Tesla would add 3 short blinks, so you can choose in the infotainment what setting do you want, because in the Legacy models you still have that. They've added this feature, same with a self-canceling turn signal, but I personally prefer the 3 signals. It's just short, simple, not too few or not too many. Now U-turn is also improved in Juniper, so yeah, I'm holding myself with the acceleration for the highway. We're gonna get to the highway, and I don't know what else to add here. One thing maybe they could have improved is the rear view. The glass is just so short, you can see really narrow behind yourself and further behind, but you have these excellent resolution cameras, so you can always take a glance with this new shortcut on the steering wheel, so it's not a major issue. Everything else about this car is so perfect. I really can't find too much stuff to criticize. I will criticize that Tesla has missed the opportunity to add some software features that would be nice, like the dynamic turn signal. I would like an option to have a dynamic turn signal. That's pretty cool on Audis and similar cars. So the Juniper has a nice long turn signal. It would be really cool if they added just the dynamic one. So they can also actually add its LED on the front one. That would be really nice. Now, this is a Tesla's demo vehicle, and huge thanks to Tesla Europe for giving me another car for a review. And there are not a lot of press cars for Tesla, so I'm really happy when I get one, because these cars are so good. And I test a lot of cars, other EVs, hybrids, petrol, diesel is very rare now. But I cannot emphasize how some of those cars are boring. There are some really good cars, but this car in my book is perfect. Now over here, if I switch to full screen, this car has the enhanced autopilot. It would probably have FSD, but it's locked, so FSD supervised is now available in a few European countries. The others are still waiting for the approval, but this one you can have full screen visualization here, so that's pretty cool as well. You can see traffic and so on. You can also now not purchase this. You can subscribe to it for 100 euros per month. I think that's too expensive for the enhanced autopilot. It should have been like 50, if you ask me, euros, because if you purchased it in the past, then if you want to subscribe to the FSD supervised, you only pay 50. But if you didn't purchase it, you have to pay 100 euros for the FSD supervised. And I also personally think that since that's still a beta software, it does work really good until it doesn't. I would say, it's a little bit expensive for 100 euros a month, because you have to babysit a beta software and you're responsible, not Tesla. Like if you go into robotaxi, like in USA in Austin, then you can sit on the side here and it's Tesla's responsibility. But if you own the car and you're using a beta software, it's your responsibility. So if this was a completely finished product that can drive you, and you're sitting on the driver's seat. You can watch a movie here on a longer trip. If you don't have to engage with the car, and Tesla was liable because you're not operating the car, the software is, I would then gladly pay 100 euros a month. But currently, I would definitely try it out. I'm not completely against it, but I just feel like it's not something I would want to spend 100 euros a month for. I prefer driving. These cars are so fun to drive, and it's just a shame if you're letting software drive for you. Just enjoy the car, drive it for yourself. And I know on the longer trips, there are times when I would just want the car to drive me and I would just take a nap, or there's sometimes, long, exhausting rides. And in that case, I really love that. And for some people who might be handicapped or, are elder, and they could, brakes are really good. They could, it engages the hazards. So they probably disengage once you start driving. Anyways, I can see the potential of this technology, helping people who are, limited because they have some sort of disability. And that is all great. But once this becomes a finished product, I would definitely consider it. At this point, not really. But that's just me personally. Tell me in the comments, what is your opinion on this? Now, these seats are definitely improvement to the Legacy. The front seats have a ventilation option. If you're completely dry, you sit in a hot car, ventilated seats are fine. But if you are all sweated, your back is wet, you sit in the car, cold air blows into your back, you're gonna get some stiff back pain, and that's what I got today. So be smart when you use this. I forgot this was on. I was all wet waiting for the car to charge up, and I set into the car. The setting was in auto. It started the ventilated seats, and it just, pinched my back. But I'm fine. I'm not completely paralyzed. Okay, speeding up here, very stable. Direct, precise steering. Speeding up, flooring it. Really fun car for 300 horsepower. Really fast, going uphill and easily reaching speeds above the speed limit. Nice recuperation. Now, one thing that is different in this rear-wheel drive, if you've driven the all-wheel drive, is the recuperation is lighter. Since you have only one electric motor, there's less recuperation force. In the all-wheel drive, I prefer it. It's a little bit more aggressive. But for your passengers, it's more comfortable in this one because it's less aggressive, so it's less nauseated for them. Okay, I have the matrix headlights on, so this is the full beam. You can see beautiful headlights. The performance is amazing. I already made a dedicated video. Now this is a smooth asphalt and then a rough one. And this route is like really rough asphalt, so it's a little bit noisy, but if you watch the day point of view, it's more smoother and it's a really nice quiet ride. This is 100 and this is 130. And this is 150. Okay, slowing down. So, really well soundproofed car. I gotta say, I'm so much in love with this. I'm enjoying this car. This is perfectly built for me. Now, engaging the autopilot is one press on the right scroll wheel. It keeps you in the lane. if the speed limit changes and you want to decrease your speed or up your speed, instead of using the scroll button, you can also hold the speed limit icon. Now, let's say I want to use a turn signal. See, this goes red. Now, my hands are on the steering wheel. Okay, one more time. I'm using the turn signal. My hands are on the steering wheel, so the car just moves the steering wheel as long as my hand is on it. So, or if I'm like gently touching it, it will do the lane change by itself in this enhanced autopilot. If I navigate, it's going to also, let's say, Zagreb. I'm gonna just say center here, and again, my hand is on the steering wheel and it's doing the self lane change. Works pretty good. I wish this was a standard feature on the autopilot, but it's part of the enhanced. Now you can press here. It's a single lane and it keeps you in the center, and it's gonna drive you to the off ramp as well. So in the past, I was really expecting this to become a standard feature, but I guess because of FSD, they didn't want to give you this for free. Because if you remember, the first Model 3 didn't have the autopilot as a standard feature. It was later introduced, and I was just hoping that this would become a standard feature, but it didn't. Okay, let's see if it's going to. Okay, it's disengaged.
Now take the A1 exit on the right.
Whoa. Okay, I think it was. I got confused here. The lane was blue.
Meters. Take the A1 slip road on the left
I'm gonna
towards
end this. Okay, the lane was blue, and I then thought that it was still in control, so I've kind of forced the steering wheel and canceled it. So that was my mistake. But I have only the standard autopilot on my Model 3. I have the 21 all-wheel drive Model 3. Now, I wanted to buy the long range, and I applied for the incentive in Croatia for businesses because I could apply for the all-wheel drive, because for the end of the year there's going to be for private individuals incentives, but the all-wheel drive doesn't qualify. And unfortunately, I was rejected because of some stupid bureaucracy. There was nothing I could do, and unfortunately, I didn't buy the car. So I'm considering maybe this, and I'm really missing the premium speakers, and I wish instead of this textile, there was Alcantara in the car. And apologies, I think I announced that I would review the standard entry model Y with the LFP battery and rear-wheel drive, but with a closed panel roof. I thought I was going to get that, but then it turned out Tesla gave me this because they don't have one currently in the press fleet, so that's why I'm reviewing this one currently. But I'm happy. I'm going to give this also a good test. I'm going to do a range test that I did last year with the all-wheel drive, and I'm going to consider maybe getting this as an alternative because it's still a great ride. But I'll see. I still haven't decided. Maybe I'm going to just get the 25 Juniper used one all-wheel drive when the prices go a little bit down. But preferably I would buy a new car if I got the incentive. But I really don't mind if I get a used car that's like maybe 10,000 kilometers on it, 15 tops. That'll be fine. Unfortunately, Tesla, cars that are like demo cars or are not really that cheap. They'll get only like 5 to maybe max 10% discount. Okay, the long beam is on, and speed up here. So in between, this car just pulls. Again, it's not like the all-wheel drive, but it's pretty good. For a daily driver, this is more than enough, I would say. You don't need the all-wheel drive but this is pretty good. If by any chance Tesla's watching, I mean, like, why are we not getting the premium sound in this car? That's really something that boggles me. Why? Because I saw it's only in Europe. This car is passing here. There's no one behind me, so I will let him pass me and do 0 to 100. Hold the brake, lower the accelerator, release the brake. Brake check. Okay, the hazards disengage when you press the accelerator. It's pretty decent. It's pretty good. My Model 3 is faster, so it's not that exciting, but I would say it's also not that obnoxious. It doesn't make you feel sick, so it's pretty good. For an average Daily Joe, it's more than enough. I'm about to end the video, but let's talk about price. So this car was under 50,000 euros. Tesla has increased the price to now 51. But I also think they increased their delivery fees, so it's like almost 54 with the delivery fee, so that's quite expensive. And you know, Tesla kept the prices low. Let's be honest, last year I was getting backlash from Elon Musk's political activation. It doesn't matter what you think about the man and his political opinions. Tesla did not deserve this backlash, but you know, that's the political left. Now, not to go into the politics, you know, Tesla kept the prices low while everyone else was raising their prices. By the way, you can hear a pedestrian warning. It's like this light humming sound, and if I reverse, you have the UFO sound. I wish I could maybe disable that, or if they would switch to this humming sound for the reverse. Now, the price went up a little bit because the demand is up, and they're now getting also great sales as in the past. So, you know, I think it's justified. We would all like to get the best deal and the lowest price, but I think that's fine. But in the future, hopefully the prices might go down. One thing I really wish Tesla would return the premium trim, because the premium trim was honestly so good. So with the LFP battery, I will choose this position to park. Actually, wait. Okay, I did a demo with the Model 3. Okay, I'm gonna choose this one maybe. Okay, no, wait. This one in the middle. I think that's the middle spot. I am letting the car do its thing. Okay, it's deciding to reverse. Why? Whoa, I'm not doing anything. My foot is off. This auto park works amazing, I have to say, and is one of the best. It's not perfect, but it's really good. It's part of the enhanced autopilot, same as the dumb summon and smart summon, which doesn't work in Europe. It's still very limited to like 6 meters, so you can have it pick you up on the parking lot. But I would love to buy these features separately, because I don't want the enhanced autopilot. You cannot even purchase it anymore. But I would just personally love to have this, you know, as a feature that I can buy separately. So I don't want to pay subscription. Subscriptions are super unpopular. We all remember BMW tried to charge for Apple CarPlay, which we still don't have in Tesla. There was rumors we would get that, but that didn't really turn out to be true. Yeah, I could keep talking, but I'm gonna end it here, guys. You can also see here the full visualization of the parking lot and so on. I'm gonna stop here. I can always check those cameras, or you can see this. So perfect parking, perfect. Yeah, in between the spots. Consumption. This ride, 14.5. Not too bad considering we did the highway run and 0 to 100. Super efficient car. That's it. Now, stay tuned for the range tests. I might include the charging video. Before I close the door, let me just show you here the back end. Then this car looks so good. Okay, I think actually the lights won't switch off immediately, so I can close it. So here's the profile view, and here's the front view. Tell me in the comments what do you think about the new Juniper, and do you agree with some of my criticism? It's a constructive criticism, not hate. I am a Tesla fan, just not a Tesla fanboy. So that's it. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.